The strange part wasn't that the town was silent. It was that the lights were on in every house at the exact same time. Not flickering, not failing, just glowing patiently, as if waiting for someone who never arrived. No movement, no footsteps, no sound of sleep. Only the hum of electricity in a place that should have been dreaming. Tonight, we step quietly into another forgotten mystery. A place where questions linger longer than answers. The air feels older here, as if the past is waiting just beyond the edge of light. Settle in. The mystery is waiting. The town was called Grey Hollow, a small settlement tucked between forested hills and an abandoned railway line. On maps, it still exists. On paper, it was never abandoned. But on a single winter night in 1997, every resident of Grey Hollow vanished. Cars were parked neatly in driveways. Meals sat half-prepared on kitchen counters. Clocks stopped at different times. Yet none showed signs of struggle. And the lights, they stayed on until the power company noticed months later. But that was only the first thing that didn't make sense. Grey Hollow had always been quiet. Too quiet, some said. Founded in the 1940s as a railway service town, it slowly drifted out of relevance as trains stopped coming through. Those who stayed were the kind who didn't ask many questions. Farmers, mechanics, retired couples. But locals from nearby towns remembered something else. They said Grey Hollow had a strange habit. People there didn't sleep normally. Lights stayed on late. Windows glowed long past midnight. Visitors described the feeling of being watched. Not by eyes, but by awareness. And then, weeks before the disappearance, the town made one final request. They asked the power company to increase their electricity supply. No explanation given. When investigators arrived, they found calendars marked with the same symbol. Not a word. Not a number. Just a small circle drawn again and again. On the same date, November 17th, in every home. But no one knew what it meant. Journals were found next. Most were ordinary. Weather notes, grocery lists, reminders to fix fences or call relatives. But in the final entries, the tone changed. Writers mentioned waiting. Not for a person, not for an event, just waiting. One entry ended with a single line, "The night will explain itself." Phone records revealed something stranger. Between 11:40 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. on the night of disappearance, every house made a call. Not to emergency services, not to each other. They all dialed the same number, a number that no longer existed, and yet, the calls connected. But the next discovery would change everything they thought they understood. At the edge of town stood a substation, old, rusted, supposedly inactive. Inside, investigators found fresh footprints, all leading inward. None leading out. The main control panel was overloaded. Not damaged, deliberately pushed beyond capacity. Someone had wanted more power than the town could safely hold. But none of it prepared them for what they found next. At exactly 12 a.m., every electrical meter in Grey Hollow spiked at once. Not surged, spiked, as if something had been received. And then, nothing. No blackout. No explosion. Just silence. The town never drew power again. Some believe it was a coordinated disappearance, a cult-like departure, a collective decision to vanish together. But no transportation was used. No supplies were taken, and no ideology was ever discovered. Belief without belief. Others suggest an experimental energy failure. an unknown electrical phenomenon, a resonance that interfered with human biology. But nearby towns felt nothing. Equipment remained intact, and no similar event has ever occurred again. An accident that never repeated. A quieter theory persists, that nothing happened to the people at all, that something else happened instead. That Gray Hollow wasn't consumed, but completed. That the town had been preparing for a transition no one outside could understand. Yet no evidence proves this, only absence. Today, Gray Hollow still stands. Paint peels, trees grow through doorways, but at night, some claim the lights flicker again. Not bright, not steady. Just enough to suggest the town may still be awake. Maybe the truth was never lost. Just waiting. So if a place can prepare itself, if a community can wait together, which theory feels closest to the truth for you, and which one feels most unsettling to dismiss?